The reveal of Marvel's Wolverine at the September 2021 PlayStation Showcase was an iconic moment that surprised fans worldwide. This event was particularly unexpected from Insomniac Games, a studio known for creating successful and family-friendly Spider-Man titles. The announcement trailer, featuring Logan in a bar, clearly hinted at a darker, grittier tone, distinguishing it from the studio's previous games. At that time, key initial details about the game were confirmed. Developer, Insomniac Games, which has an impeccable reputation for crafting high-quality games. Platform, the game was confirmed as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. There is no indication of a PS4 release. Wolverine was confirmed to be a full-size game with a mature tone. This is a stark contrast to the family-friendly tone of the Spider-Man series and aligns with Wolverine's character, known for angst, betrayal, and often bloody violence. Initially, Brian Horton, creative director, and Cameron Christian, game director, who led the creative efforts on Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, were at the helm of this project. This brief trailer immediately sparked widespread speculation among fans. The bar setting, likely the Princess Bar in Madripoor, and the license plate HLK 181, a reference to Wolverine's first appearance in The Incredible Hulk number 181, hinted at the game's setting and potential character appearances. Logan's adamantium claws in the trailer suggested he had already undergone the Weapon X program, implying a narrative set after his memory loss. The shift in tone from the lighthearted Spider-Man series to the darker narrative of Wolverine represents a significant creative and technical challenge for Insomniac. This change isn't just in the story. It requires a fundamental reevaluation of gameplay mechanics, visual design, and narrative approach to authentically portray Wolverine's brutal nature and healing factor. This challenge likely contributes to a prolonged development period, as the studio needs ample time to get its take on the character right and ensure the mature tone is effectively executed, without alienating its existing player base or compromising quality. It's an opportunity for Insomniac to expand its narrative scope within the Marvel Universe. In December 2023, Insomniac Games suffered a significant cyber attack. This was a devastating leak where hackers released more than 1.3 million files after a ransom was not paid. The stolen data was extensive and highly sensitive, including early development details about Marvel's Wolverine, including videos and early gameplay footage, internal plans for future projects, and Insomniac's next-decade roadmap, including several X-Men games and Spider-Man 3. Personal information belonging to employees, former employees, and independent contractors, which raised significant concerns. Insomniac issued an official statement following the incident, acknowledging the criminal cyber attack and its emotional toll it's taken on our dev team. They emphasized their focus on supporting their employees, stating, like Logan, Insomniac is resilient.
Try saying that to my face? You're a two-bit cheat! Not my fault. You can't play Magic for hire to save your life.
Marvel's Wolverine continues as planned. The game is in early production and will no doubt greatly evolve throughout the development, as do all our plans. They reiterated that more details would be shared when the time is officially right. This cyber attack had implications for the game's development and marketing. Development delays. There is speculation that the unfortunate events of 2023's hacking might have pushed the game's release date even further, as the studio may have had to reinvent its creation or recover from leaks. While some argue that if the story was already in flux, it might not cause a meaningful delay, the sheer volume of leaked work and the need to reevaluate exposed plans could certainly impact timelines. The hack forced Insomniac to address the game's status earlier and under duress. This reinforced their stoic approach, as they now have even more reason to control the narrative and release information only when the product is polished and ready, to avoid further misinterpretations or comparisons to leaked alpha footage. The cyber attack did not create Insomniac's stoic communication strategy, but profoundly reinforced and justified it. The exposure of early unfinished work and future plans to the public makes a studio more cautious about when and how it releases official information. The hack essentially forced an early unofficial announcement, making Insomniac even more determined to present the game only as we intend and our players deserve when it is truly ready. This means the silence is now a protective measure against further misinterpretations of their work. Beyond the direct impact on game assets and potential redesigns, the human element of the hack is crucial. The exposure of personal employee data and the emotional toll on the team likely led to a period of internal recovery and support. This necessary focus on employee well-being, while commendable, could indirectly contribute to slower development or shifting priorities. The ripple effect of the hack extends beyond technical or design changes, impacting the very human aspect of game development, which can inevitably affect timelines. Insomniac continues its stoic communication, with a consistent message that it will only reveal more details about Marvel's Wolverine when the studio is ready and the time is right. Their goal is to be stoic like Logan himself. This is a deliberate strategy to build hype and ensure the game is good and ready before a full reveal. Despite the silence, the game is very much in development. As of May 2025, new additions to Insomniac's ranks have been contributing to the development, indicating the game is in deep development. Insomniac has repeatedly reiterated on social media that it's in development, and Wolverine continues as planned. Rumor details based on leaks and speculation suggest the game might be set in Madripoor, specifically the Princess Bar, a gritty location that fits Wolverine's character. It has a confirmed mature tone, darker and grittier than previous Insomniac titles, and rumors have hinted at human dismemberment mechanics. The game is expected to be an action-oriented, story-driven game with satisfying punch-ups, and it is rumored to be semi-open world. A key design consideration is how Wolverine's healing factor will be integrated into gameplay. Logan's adamantium claws in the trailer suggest he has already undergone the Weapon X program and may be suffering from memory loss. The story is expected to be entirely new while still respecting the core of the character. No main antagonists have been confirmed, but fans hope to see appearances from other X-Men characters such as Jean Grey, Professor X and Rogue, as well as iconic villains like Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, Silver Samurai, Omega Red, or the Weapon X program itself. There have been changes in the project's creative leadership. Brian Horton and Cameron Christian initially led the project, but later reports indicated that Marcus Smith and Mike Daly, who directed Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, are now leading Marvel's Wolverine. Changes in creative leadership, especially for a new and significant IP, can greatly affect the direction and timeline of the game. New directors often bring a different vision, which may lead to reevaluation of design decisions and potentially longer pre-production phases. The departure of key narrative team members can also result in significant story revisions. These internal shifts, even when smooth, introduce complexity to the development process and partly explain the prolonged silence as new leadership takes over and guides the project forward. Developing a semi-open world structure with mature tone and complex combat mechanics like dismemberment is an enormous task that requires a long and detailed design process. Unlike Spider-Man, which relies on an already established formula, Wolverine demands that many core systems be built from scratch, particularly to support the unique nature of his healing factor and grittier combat. Pairing this with an original story means the development cycle needs to be longer and more flexible, which explains the lack of gameplay showcases as the team focuses on refining these crucial systems. Insomniac's reputation for delivering high-quality titles without enforcing crunch has earned them strong goodwill among fans and within the industry. This allows them to maintain a stoic and unhurried approach to development, effectively asking fans to let Insomniac cook. Their credibility gives them the freedom to take the time required to make Wolverine the best it can be, without caving to pressure for early reveals. Their silence, rather than signaling problems, reflects a clear and strategic decision to prioritize quality and protect the health of their developers over constant updates. The release date for Marvel's Wolverine remains shrouded in mystery, with much speculation surrounding it. Early rumors hinted at a fall 2024 release. Subsequently, recent speculation pointed to a 2025 release, although Insomniac refused to confirm a 2025 release date and still can't confirm if it. Many predictions point to a 2026 release or even 2027. Some sources specifically state that it is targeting a launch sometime in 2026. Despite the relative silence, Marvel's Wolverine is not cancelled and is very much in development at Insomniac Games, with a lot of enthusiasm. It is a full-size game and a PlayStation exclusive. The primary reasons for the lack of frequent updates can be attributed to several factors. Insomniac's lengthy development cycles for AAA titles align with the increasing complexity of modern games. The studio is committed to quality over speed and actively avoids crunch, allowing them to take the necessary time to perfect the project. Adapting the Wolverine character presents unique creative and gameplay challenges, particularly due to its mature tone, which requires significant design innovations. Additionally, the significant impact of the December 2023 cyber attack forced the studio to adopt a more cautious and controlled communication strategy to prevent misinterpretations stemming from leaked material. Another consideration is PlayStation's broader marketing strategy, which spaces out major exclusive releases to avoid internal competition between its own titles. While no specific release date has been announced, there's a strong chance that a proper reveal could be right around the corner as we are now firmly into the second half of 2025. Fans can expect some sort of reveal in the coming months, likely during a PlayStation showcase. A 2026 release is widely predicted. Ultimately, as Insomniac themselves suggest, let Insomniac cook. Patience in this case will be rewarded.